Hello everyone, I Pulat Madam. Welcome again in this fourth part of the polymer chemistry. In this, we learn some more examples of synthetic polymers. Let us go with polymer which are the polyamide polymers. Polyamide polymers, these are having generic name as nylon. Polyamide polymers, nylons, are linear polyamides and these are obtained by condensation polymerization process. Monomers used are dicarboxylic acids and diamines. They can form polymers in between these two or by self-condensation of amino acid can take place or it can form by ring opening polymerization of the lactam. So, nylons are the linear polyamides obtained by condensation polymerization between dicarboxylic acids and diamines. The self-condensation of amino acids or by ring opening polymerization of lactams. Linkages which are placed in between are CONH, which is a peptide linkage, and amide linkage, which therefore it is also called as the polyamide polymers. In this, we are going to see two examples. First, we'll see about nylon 6,6. Monomers used are adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. So here, adipic acid which contains CH2 4 times and COH groups, that is to the terminal of that. Hexamethylene diamine, so it contains 6 methylene groups, CH2 group and 2 NH2 group at the terminal ends. These undergo the condensation polymerization and it forms nylon salt in the first stage. So that is the structure of the nylon salt. Then nylon salt at very high temperature near about 553 Kelvin at high pressure eliminates water molecules and that forms polymer known as nylon 6,6. So this is the chain of the nylon 6,6. In this, you can get that is there is a linkage of CONH. So NH continues with the CO groups and here CO that continues with the NH group. So that is the amide polymer. What is the property of nylon 6,6? Nylon 6,6 is having high molecular mass near about 12,000 to 50,000 units and it is a linear polymer in a straight chain. It possesses high tensile strength, does not soak in the water. Nylon 6,6 in this numeral 6,6 stands for the number of carbon atoms in the two bifunctional monomers. So this 6,6 number comes from 6 atoms present in the adipic acid carbon atoms and 6 carbon atoms present into the diamine. So it becomes 6,6, nylon 6,6. What is the use? It is used for making sheets, bristles of brushes, surgical sutures and textile fabrics. So fabrics are made from this one as well as it is used to make the bristles of brushes as well as surgical sutures in the thread which are used in the surgical operations. These are made from the nylon 6,6. Now next we'll see second polyamide polymer, that is nylon 6. Nylon 6 is ring opening polymer from the epsilon carbolactam. So it is a ring structure, 6 member ring. 6 carbon atoms are present to this ring. 5 CH2 group, 1 C double bond O group and CONH linkage is there. At high temperature 533 to 543 Kelvin that opens the ring and that forms nylon 6. So it is a polymer obtained by ring opening process. So it is a ring opening polymer. What is the property of nylon 6? Nylon 6 having the high tensile strength and the luster. It is also having the luster shining. In this, numeral 6 that stands for 6 carbon atoms in monomer urease. Epsilon carboatom contains 6 carbon atoms, C double bond O, that is first carbon, and 5 CH2 group. Hence the name given as the nylon 6. What is the uses of this? Nylon 6 is used for manufacture of tire cords, fabrics and ropes. Next one, we are going to say about the rubber. Now Buna S rubber. Buna S is elastomers. It is a copolymer and the monomers are stearine and butadiene. It contains 25% stearine and 75% 1,3-butadiene. Trade name of Buna S is SBR, stearine butadiene rubber. It is also vulcanized with the sulfur, that is the additional polymerization process takes place. What is the use of this Buna S? Buna S is superior to natural rubber with regards to mechanical strength and has abrasion resistance. That's why it is used in tire industries. Compared to the natural rubber having the high mechanical strength, having high abrasion resistance power. Let us see reaction of Buna S. Buna S contains 1,3-butadiene, which is 75%. This is the structure CH2 double bond CH double bond CH2. It copolymerizes with stearine 25% C6H5CH double bond CH2, and that forms this chain which is called as a SBR, stearine butadiene rubber. Next is neoprene. Neoprene is a synthetic rubber. It is a condensation polymer and obtained from the monomer chloroprene. Chloroprene means 2-chloro 1,3-butadiene. This also undergo vulcanization process. Vulcanization takes place in the presence of magnesium dioxide. What is the property? Neoprene is resistant to petroleum, vegetable oils, lights, as well as heat. It is used for making hose pipes for transport of gasoline and making gaskets. Also used for making insulator cable, jackets, belts for power transmission and conveying belts. Let us see example of reaction of this formation of neoprene. Neoprene formed from chloroprene CH2 double bond CCl CH double bond CH2 undergo the polymerization. This polymerization is catalyzed in the presence of oxygen and forms this type of the polymer known as neoprene. Cl in the branching position. It also undergoes the vulcanization process. So in the vulcanization process, we are getting such type of the structure. Vulcanization takes place in the presence of magnesium. So this chain CH2, CCl, CH double bond, CH2, CH2, this chain neoprene that combines with the MgO, magnesium oxide, vulcanization takes place and we are getting the vulcanization of the neoprene. This form is the vulcanization of neoprene. Linkage between O, oxygen. So that is the formation of neoprene, a synthetic rubber. Buna S, that is a copolymer, and neoprene, that is a condensation polymer. Next is a phenol, formaldehyde, and its related polymers. In this, first we'll see bakelite. Bakelite is the oldest synthetic and thermosetting polymers. Thermosetting means now once it is hardened, it cannot be moved. Phenol and formaldehyde in the presence of acid or base reacts to form thermosetting molding powder, which is known as novolite, in two stages. In the third stage, various articles are shaped from novolite by putting in molds and heating at high temperature, about 138 to 178 degrees Celsius at high pressure. So when bakelite is formed, it forms in three stages. In two stages, it forms linear polymer novolite, and in the third stage, it gives us the bakelite. During this third stage, many crosslinks are formed, which results in the formation of rigid polymeric material known as bakelite. What is the property of bakelite? Bakelite is insoluble, infusible, and has high tensile strength. It serves as substituent for glass. So it is substituent for the glass. Uses for making articles like the telephone instruments, kitchenwares, and electrical insulators. See the reaction of bakelite. In the stage 1, phenol and formaldehyde in presence of acid or base that forms the structures. Then in the second stage, it undergoes polymerization, condensation by removal of water molecule. It forms linear structure known as novolite, molding powder. In the third stage, this novolite then they form the cross-link structure, and this structure is known as the bakelite. So that is the formation of bakelite, cross-link structure. So remember here, second stage it forms novolite. Novolite, that is a molding powders, linear structure. In the third stage it forms cross linkages, and that forms bakelite. Next is melamine formaldehyde polymer. Melamine formaldehyde polymer is also thermosetting plastic. It is also known as the melamine formaldehyde resin. It is a condensation polymer and forms a cross linkages. What is the property? It is heat and moisture resistant. It is used to make decorative tabletops like the formica, plastic dinnerwares, etc. Let us see example of reaction of formation of cross-linked melamine formaldehyde resins. So melamine formaldehyde resins that contains melamines and formaldehyde. Melamine, this is cyclic structure that get condensation polymerization take place, and that forms afterwards cross linkage, and this structure is known as melamine formaldehyde resin, which is a thermosetting polymer. Next is a viscous rayon. Viscous rayon, it is a semi-synthetic fiber, regenerated cellulose, semi-synthetic. So it is mixed with the natural fiber like cellulose. Cellulose in the form of wood pulp is transformed into viscous rayon. Cellulose is a linear polymer of glucose units having molecular mass formula C6H10O5 n times. A modified molecular formula of cellulose, cell OH, is used in the reaction involved in the viscous formation. Cellulose in the form of wood pulp is treated with concentrated NaOH to get fluffy alkali cellulose. Then it is converted to xanthate by treating with CS2, that is carbon disulfide. On mixing with dilute NaOH, it gives viscous solution which is extruded through spinners of spinning machines into acid bath when regenerated cellulose fabrics are precipitated. Let's see. So this is the formation of viscous rayon. In the first step, cellulose wood pulp reacts with alkali to use alkali cellulose. In second step, it gives cellulose xanthate and then it converts into the viscous rayon. So we can say it is a regenerated cellulose filaments. These are the examples of semi-synthetic polymers.